Good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon, whenever you watch this video. This is the curriculum for geometry for 9th and 10th grade. My name is Meredith Schonifer. I am your student, your child's instructor for geometry. So I'm going to share my slideshow with you and discuss with you a little bit about what's expected, what the course looks like, and a little bit about me. Welcome to geometry. Okay, so my name is Meredith Schonifer, as I stated earlier. This is my second year teaching here at Notre Dame. I teach chemistry, forensic science, the IB course in environmental systems and societies, standard environmental systems and societies, and geometry as well. And on top of that, I am also the IB CAS coordinator, which is part of the IB diploma series. That's part of the what is required if you're going to be a full DP student. I'm also a University of Florida grad with a Bachelor of Science in Plant Pathology, so I can tell you how your plant is dying or how to fix it. Sad thing is, I can't keep my own plants alive, so I compete competitively in the hunter-jumper equestrian discipline. I have since I was 12 years old. I did all the way through college. I actually rode for the University of Florida while I was there. I have two daughters who are active in Taekwondo. My oldest, who will be turning 16 this year, is a second-degree black belt, and my baby girl is a first degree. And they are both active in lacrosse and basketball as well. All right, a little bit about our course. So geometry is a foundation of mathematics. It's a foundation for physics, a foundation for chemistry, biology. It's a pretty integral part in a lot of sciences. It's not just your basic algebra math course. So students will learn to see how mathematics is actually useful and relevant in their lives throughout this course. Some of the course content that they will be diving into and learning about. So we started off with tools of geometry. These are just the basic planes, lines, points, angles, the basic introduction to geometry. We'll be touching on parallel and perpendicular lines, relationships and triangles, proportions and similarity, transformations, areas of polygons and circles, probability, congruent triangles, quadrilaterals, right triangles, trigonometry, circles again, and then surface area and volume. So we have a lot to learn throughout the year. Half of it will be done semester one. The second half will be semester two. So not all of this will be within one semester. This is throughout the entire year. So some of the aims and goals we have for our math students, we want them to enjoy math. We don't want them to think that it's boring or something they just have to do because it's a requirement. Math is actually kind of a fun, engaging subject if you want to look at it that way. We want them to understand principles and nature of mathematics, understand a variety of contexts. So geometry ties into algebra, geometry ties into physics, ties into chemistry, ties into forensic science even. We want them to develop confidence and persevere and be independent in their mathematical thinking and problem solving. There are multiple ways to learn how to solve problems. Not every way is the correct way. Different brains function differently and can problem solve in a variety of different ways. We want them to apply and transfer their skills to a wide range of real life situations and other areas of knowledge and future developments. We want them to appreciate the developments in technology that geometry actually has to offer to the world around us today. So assessment highlights and how we grade our students in geometry as follows. So we have formative assessments and we have summative assessments. Formatives count for 20% of a semester grade. Your summative assessments count for 80%. Now there are more formative assessments than there are summatives. Formatives are ways that we measure students' understanding of the material that's being presented to them. It gives them the time to identify where they're struggling, where they're excelling at, and reflect on their learning. These kind of assignments are homework, in-class assignment, quizzes, sometimes in-class projects, but it's allowing them to make the errors before they actually go to the summative to take that big portion of their grade. So summative assessments provides evidence of a student's understanding And assessments allow students to demonstrate their understanding through authentic tasks and applications. So it's not just a sit-down written test. There can be labs, there can be lab reports in geometry, we can do projects, we can do presentations. So it's a variety of things. In an MYP, which is part of the IB curriculum, we assess them not only on a numerical grade value, which is the 20%, 80%, but there are also rubrics for the MYP grading, which is a 7 through 0 grading scale. And the categories for the grading scale and things that we have to cover and make sure that they understand are the categories of knowing and understanding, investigating patterns within math, communicating in mathematical terms, and applying mathematical skills to everyday life. So, course expectations that I have for the students. So I'd like them to be prepared, which means they arrive to Zoom time for now until they come back to school in October, hopefully. Make sure they have the necessary materials they need, meaning calculators, pens, pencils, protractors, paper, and make sure that the assignments are completed on time. They have a Google Drive folder assigned to their classroom, and inside that Google Drive folder of that particular class is their own personal folder where they submit any assignments that are due. I'd like them to be positive and treat their peers with respect and collaborate respectfully with their classmates and participate in discussion and activities. There is a participation type grade at the end of the semester. So it's best for them to be involved. The more involved they are, the more confident they are, and the better that they can understand the material, especially if they're struggling. They need to be advocates for themselves. A student who is responsible. So we expect our students to be responsible and use time wisely, especially now in this digital part of learning at the beginning of the year. We don't want to keep them on screen all day or for the entire 80 minutes, but we expect them to, as we let them off screen, to do the required homework assignments and not just, put it off till a later time. So they need to use their time wisely, follow rules and directions, and seek extra help when needed. Again, be advocates for themselves. So course materials, protractors for this class, your laptop fully charged, headphones if you're on campus and we're still digital learning, so if we're doing a hybrid still and not everybody's on campus, you'll need headphones, paper, pens and pencils, sometimes colored pencils, highlighters always good, and a scientific calculator. And we want to thank you for watching our video on geometry and the curriculum that we are getting ready to present to your child, our students. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me. I'm happy to answer them at any time. Any concerns, issues, I'm available. Thank you.